Is tonight the night of problems?
Maybe.
What y'all doing tomorrow?
If you're up early enough to troubleshoot it. Huh?
What's everybody doing tomorrow?
Episode 8!
Oh, God.
Right. Pillars Modern Podcast. Devin, Lucas, Ryan.
Hi.
I am
Howdy.
fucking, as you guys know, I'm on zero sleep.
So you've said, but...
Yeah. Okay. So...
Start story, pours drink. Sighs.
Intriguing.
Yeah,
It speaks volumes already.
It was like one of those things where I was so fucking tired last night. So it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. And Amanda and I just started watching this anime that I'm pretty sure everyone in the world's already watched, but we're late to it, called Erased.
Yeah, you're really late to that.
It looked neat. Actually, I recognized it from a meme. And but very good so far. But yeah, I got tired, super tired. So around 1 o'clock we went to bed and I passed out immediately. And then I woke up an hour later, still tired, still kind of out of it. Have you guys ever had those like restless nights where you're still awake, but your brain is just conjuring up nonsense? Like just abstract thoughts that you're like, stop, like get out of my head. Stop.
I thought those were just called nights. You have different?
Well, sometimes I sleep.
What?
Well, it's just like all
Shit,
night.
okay.
Shut the front door.
It doesn't
All
matter
right.
what I did to try to think of something different or like try to lull myself to sleep. My brain would just like go off on its own and just create like these fever dream nonsense thoughts. Like none of it made sense. And I just wanted to go to sleep. And then by the time I started getting like actually sleepy, it was probably 10 o'clock in the morning or like 9 o'clock in the morning. The sun was well up and Amanda went to work.
That's the point of sick for me. If I stay up past 7 in the morning, that's when I am sick the next day.
So that's exactly what I was telling you. If I just get up and leave, it's because I'm fucking thrown up. My body hurts. I'm nauseous. I feel like shit. I had this like very quick second wind in the morning where I had my coffee and I was going to go to the gym until I found out that the gym was like, oh, you got to book an appointment to use the gym now.
Yeah, sounds right.
So I had that second wind where like I started drinking coffee. I'm like, God, that first sip of coffee, oh, it hit me like a fucking gold brick. I felt great.
Weird analogy, but okay.
And then around
Thick brick.
around noon to 1 o'clock, my day just went to shit. Like I feel awful. I got like a knot in my butt cheek and it's just making my whole leg hurt.
Okay, don't lie about that one. Amanda fucking like gave you a little pinchy in the sleep.
No, she pegged me.
I have this like really cramped muscle right now from just tensing.
But no, it's like because I was laying down on the couch to try to, different environment to try to sleep in. And I think I was laying down weird or just because like the whole restless night, constantly tossing and turning. I don't know, like I had tweaked the muscle or I'm just sore because I haven't fucking slept. I don't know. And I go back to work tomorrow. So
like physically.
Yes and no.
Go on.
So
You have answers.
I get a text from my boss saying that the only guy in warehouse is just not going to be there for the next week. He was like, I need you to come in on Monday and we'll see if it turns into a permanent position. And I'm sitting here like, I already have a permanent position. Where did I wasn't fired. We're all laid off. I still have a position.
Well, if you're laid off, you don't, but yeah.
But you know,
Maybe he meant more of like a permanent position in that position instead of when you're
now I'm thinking about that, where it's just like, is the only guy I kind of enjoy working with just not going to be there? No.
It's just you. It's gonna be just you.
So yeah, I go back tomorrow, at least for the week. One thing that I'm thinking about doing is, it was funny that I went. They fucking bamboozled me. So Ryan knows I have a really, really bad past experience with like employment agencies because they're fucking disgusting. I hate them. But so I get a call being like, "Hey, you applied to our like general labor position. We'd like you to come in for an interview this day." I'm like, "Fucking dope. Let's do this." I get there and it's an application for the fucking the people that called me it wasn't even the job. It was just an employment agency.
Oh,
The position I applied for doesn't exist. It was what they can offer me. It wasn't even a real position, which is an infringement of Indeed, by the way. It's not even a real fucking position. You can't do that to people. But my thing was, I'm here. I'm already here. I might as well do it, but learn from my past mistakes. And so as I'm filling out the application, there's the area where it's like, hey, provincial laws mandate that you can't work more than 8 hours, but here's how overtime works. They worded it very murky. Essentially, that area is what I fucked up last time, where you sign your signature and you say, I will work whatever hours you give me.
Oh, Christ.
When I was working to 14 hours at the factory, it's because when I signed the thing, I said, I am willing. I understand that 8 hours is the thing, but I am willing and able to do more if that's what's given, kind of thing, right? And when I signed it the first time, my thought was like, hey, we need you to work an extra 2 hours today. Can you do it? Not your shift is 14 hours long. But that's how they get you. So there were those two sections, and there was one where it's like working overtime, you can't work more than 48 hours kind of thing, or some shit like that.
It's below 50 for sure.
Or if you sign here, you'll be willing to work more. And kind of hidden in the wording was if you choose not to sign, kind of thing. Right.
Oh, Christ.
So they do legally, they got to put that, but they tucked it in there.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So I handed my thing in and I was like, okay, here's the kind of work I'm looking for. Here's the wage that I would expect. And 3 times they looked over like, oh no, you forgot to sign here. I'm like, no. So I'm like, read it out to me. And they read it to me. I'm like, oh no. And, the first time she skipped where it says if you choose not to sign. And then the second time she abbreviated everything. Like she gave me the abridged version. I'm like, but if I choose not to sign, it means that I am still capable, but you cannot give me that work without me having to sign for it at that time. She's like, well, yeah, that makes sense. I'm like, okay, so just take my thing. Take it. Put it away. They would not take it.
Well, it's a fucking scam.
They eventually did. So my thing, so I get home from that whole thing going back and forth with them. And then and then I get a call from my current boss, be like, hey, we need you to come back. I'm like, yo, I could have just not gone and been fine. But what I'm thinking is I might try, depending on how my current job goes, I might see if I can get like a part-time general labor night job and just work 2 jobs.
Less sleep. Yeah, great.
I don't sleep fucking anyways.
Starts off the podcast, I feel like shit because I didn't get any sleep. Ends off the story with, I'm going to get less sleep on purpose and take 2 jobs.
I never get sleep. I might as well be rolling in the fucking cash.
Working 2 temp jobs? I hate the temp agency idea in general because the entire thing's a fucking scam. They only make money if they place you.
Yeah,
in which case
if that company wants me, they gotta buy me off of these guys, which they never do.
Of course not, because they can just get another temp.
You fulfill your needs, and they go, okay, cool, off to a different fucking job you go.
New temp, yeah.
So. If you you know what though, when you're a temp agency and you go to a job that you want to go to and they like you at, if they really want you and you know it's going to be a good place, what you'll end up doing is quitting your temp job, and then they'll just hire you on. If they really want you, that's what they will do.
Yeah, and
and they bypass all that bullshit.
And that's fine. Yeah, because as long as you're not employed by the agency, they don't technically need to buy you. Yep. You just apply directly.
As long as the temp agency isn't getting money, fuck them.
But yeah, so what I'm thinking, and this is one of those things where it's just like, I will like 20% actually do it. I really got to think it out. Because I'm thinking long term, I gotta pay back CERB at some point.
Not necessarily. It's just taxed.
Yes, but taxed a lot more than I would normally be taxed. And
yeah, you're
my current finances, like before COVID, I was living just above paycheck to paycheck. Like I had enough that I can pay off my credit card and pay my bills and do everything that needed to be done and still have a little extra, but not enough wiggle room for an emergency though. Like the first time I had to get my teeth looked at, that fucked me, right? And this time I got my teeth looked at. If it wasn't for CERB and the fact that I make more on CERB than I did working, I wouldn't have been able to afford getting my teeth done. So my thing is that going back to my regular job, by the time taxes come around, I know I will not be prepared for that.
And, hey, I can tell you the story. I went to pay my shit this week.
How'd that go?
Went to the bank. I got this form that's basically you just sign it, you give it to the teller, you say, I would like to send $3,000 to Justin Trudeau, please. And you hand her the form and they go, okay, cool, let's move around these funds. Okay, we'll send it off. Except it was an hour and 21 minutes to get into the bank.
Okay, was there a line?
Oh, God, yes. Because apparently no one trusts ATMs at this moment. Everyone was going to a fucking teller. Because an ATM can cough on you, and that's clearly dangerous. Don't go there to withdraw your $18 to go get the McDonald's down the road. Just fucking go to the teller because money. So, yeah, it was like an hour and 20 minutes in line waiting to get into the bank. Finally get up to the teller. Had to pee like a motherfucker because I have the bladder of a child. I have this piece of paper, and I'm just like, I owe the government this amount of money. What do I do? Here's the paper. So she takes it. And she looks at it like, what the fuck is this? So I see it in her eyes. Just immediately, she looks at this paper and it's just like, huh. And I knew I was going to piss on that floor. Like in that moment, I knew that I was going to piss on that floor. No, I didn't. I held it respectably. And then when I was done, I went around back and peed in the bushes.
Be a good story.
Nowhere has bathrooms open if you don't buy anything, and I just dropped $3,000 off, so I'm not going to Popeyes just to piss. I know, but it's the thing. So I hand her this form, and I see in her eyes what has he asked me to do in this incredibly busy line of a bunch of people? So also, I felt like the asshole who's now holding up the line because I'm sorry, it's her first day. So I hand it to her, and she looks at it, and she goes, "Oh, okay." And she pauses, and I'm like, "I owe on my taxes. I was told that this form would help you take the taxes and give it to Trudeau." I said Trudeau specifically the entire time. I did not say CRA once, just to be a dick. Have my own little fun. So she's, oh, okay. So she calls over a manager. Thankfully, the manager was not busy, so it was like 4 seconds. And the manager comes over, and he's like, oh, was that a tax form? Okay, just do this. And then proceeded to do a 15-minute training session on tax forms. While I stood there doing the tiniest little please don't notice I have to pee dance. And then finally the manager, instead of the manager doing it and showing her how it's done kind of thing, like, oh, you put this in and then you do this and then you do this, he's sitting there dictating. Okay, well, you take this. No, not that. This.
Mansplaining?
Nope. This. No, fucking, like, can we stop mansplaining and just start man-doing? Just like, boom, go. She doesn't know how to do it. Push her out of the way and do it. No, it was fine. So he was, I guess his way of teaching was to get her to do it, and fine.
Rightfully so. I mean, if you're going to learn how to do something, I feel like it's one of those things where the manager should take a look at the line, take a look at the guy that's pissing his pants and go, okay, look, I'm going to do this real quick now, but we're going to go over this.
That would have been the sensible. And again,
when this dies down and we got time, we're going to work on this together. So you know how to get it done.
Yeah.
I feel like that if I were a manager, that's what I'll do. It was like, I'm not going to do this for you. I'm going to do it now because the shit needs to get done.
Yeah.
But
and again, there was like another hour and 20 something people behind me. So, that's the thing.
That's exactly it. So just kind of like, let's get this line going.
So finally, 15 minutes later, he goes through, he's like, okay, this is the last step. You've got X number in checkings and X number in savings. And neither of them were like the perfect amount to do it. So I'm just like, just take 2,000 out of savings, put it in checkings, and just send it off immediately. And he goes, okay, it doesn't work like that. They're going to hold it until September 31st, potentially, or September 30th.
So it's going to be held in trust until tax season?
No, it's going to be sitting in my account, and it's my job to make sure
you just
that's
gotta
still
not
there.
Spend it.
It's my job to make sure that's still there for 30 days. Or, what is it, 2 months now? So I kind of go, are you serious? Fine. Like, I'm at the point of just like, listen, I'm going to, like, if you hear loud popping, it's my kidneys going. So, yeah, just like, fine, whatever. And he goes, usually it takes about a week. They'll take it, but it is potentially possible they will wait until the deadline to take this money out. So I'm sitting there going like, cool, I have to keep a float of $3,000 in my account at all times. Ramen. Let's go to Metro. Let's go get some ramen. Fuck it.
I've been living off fucking 77-cent fucking Mr. Noodles for the past 5 months, dude.
Okay, treat yourself. Get Sapporo. Get the better ones. They're an extra 10 cents.
I ate a couple cheddar smokies earlier. I got my protein.
Yeah, so that was my I probably have a bladder infection story of giving the government $3,000, and as if it wasn't painful enough to hand over $3,000 to the government, Trudeau, it was physically painful. That entire exchange was just physically painful. Can
you sue the government?
You can try. I struggled to pay $3,000 back to them. You think I'm going to be able to afford lawyers?
You think you're going to try to take, $300,000 from them?
Yeah, that's exactly it. I can't sue them for what I technically own them by being a citizen and being born here and not agreeing to these terms, just accepting them because I have to.
And then you got home and it was like...
Now, okay, question.
No, I will say that bush piss was the best piss of my life.
I was just about to ask about the bush piss. Did you get to the point where you've been holding your piss for so long that it actually, like it hurts to sit up straight and it's hard to actually pee?
Oh God! Like I don't know if Lucas, you've seen it, the Barton Center, right? Like that big fucking mall center thing. Mm-hmm. It's on the corner of Barton and Kenilworth. So I had to like find a bush between two buildings that was like on this side and this side. So I climbed over it Tarzan style to get in the middle. So that no one could see it. Then I just kind of squatted. I'm like, okay, girls do this. I can do this. This is fine.
You squat! I
had to squat because I'm like, I don't want to be seen in the bushes. So I'm just...
I thought you stood up!
No, I had to like slob squat. Here, I'll reenact it. Hold on. I'm sitting there in the bushes just kind of like... just in pain and waiting. And as you said, it hit that point of pain where it's like nothing is coming out, but it's like it feels like that champagne bottle you shook for like 9 hours and then finally you're ready to let it go, but the
looks like you're about to give birth.
Oh, it felt like it. My child was about to come into this world.
It looks like you're in an attack video.
That was the true crabcore. Dude. Yeah, no, I fucking squatted in the bushes. I was ready to go, and then my bladder was just like, you know what? I think I've gotten attached. It's Stockholm syndrome. Your pee has Stockholm syndrome at that point because it's like I've been here long enough. I've been here long enough. I just can't leave. I'm sorry.
Stockholm peepee.
Dude, that happens to me all the time when I'm doing like road trips or like long drives, and I'm always too nervous to be like, hey, can we pull over? I got to use the bathroom, or like, hey, next stop kind of thing. Especially
if you ever ask her and be like, no.
Because my thing is, I hate burdening
Make
people,
it worse.
right? And so I'm thinking about, I'm going over all the different ways I can ask someone if we can, pull over, even or just pull over and I'll go on the side kind of thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But it's one of those things where I'm going over, I'm thinking about ways to ask, and as soon as I'm about to ask, I say we passed the on route. I'm like, oh, okay, well now I got to wait X many kilometers to do it again. But it'll get to the point where like, because you're sitting and your bladder's all full. By the time you get up, you can't actually sit all the way up because you get that like stretching cramp. And so I got like waddle hunched over like 90-degree angle over to the public washroom, and then my dick would like shrivel into like a micro penis to make sure I don't piss myself. And then I can't. And then like I'm pushing, like I gotta push to get it out because it's just it's almost like it hardened at that point. All the calcium buildup in my bladder just turned itself into one like bladder-sized kidney stone.
Yeah. It becomes a solid at room temperature, or at body temperature, and then a liquid when it comes out.
Survive.
Oh my god.
See, I'm the exact opposite on road trips. Like when
Wait a minute, Doug drives, right?
No.
probably, yeah, I think he does. He just
Please
doesn't
tell
have
me
a
he
car.
has his license, because like at this point, am I the only one?
I'm working on it. Once shit reopens, I'll be
Okay.
right there.
I might be good.
Okay, good.
Because you have
Okay,
your
we're
G,
good
so
then.
long as I have my G1, we're fine. I can drive.
I've had my G for more than 5 years at this point,
Yeah,
I think.
so
So
we're
you guys
good. I
can
just
drive
need
kid
to-
beginners.
It's been fucking tough. Like living here, only being able to take Ubers now, and not being able to go out and get my license. Like I physically cannot. I've emailed like Service Ontario. I've emailed the company that actually does the driver's tests.
Service Ontario and like the MTO they're open right now. The main problem, and they're not. Well,
No,
I mean,
some of them are open for very small hours, but they're not doing driver's tests. They're especially not doing like road tests. But I just need a fucking piece of paper. Let me fill in the written, get my G1 back so I can at least start this process all over again.
My main issue with my driver's license, aside the fact that I hate driving to begin with,
Oh, I love it. I miss it so
is
much.
that
Hey,
I
man.
have no way to practice. There's no one in the city that I know that has a car.
Not true.
Burnout
Joe's
free.
here.
Joe is here. But my thing is, am I gonna call him up every day and be like, yo, let me drive your car for a bit?
You don't need an everyday practice. Like once a week, like on a weekend, say, hey, I'll give you $40. Can we do a driving test thing? Driving
My
lesson.
thought is that, remember when I got my G1, it's just because I was on injury and I was bored. So I just went and got my driver's license.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking if I can do the written exam fine with zero prep or study, I'm really good at winging things. I think
for the love of fuck, no.
I can take my G2 and pass first try.
Okay,
Or you can come hang out with you.
preparation.
Or you can come hang out with me. And
Can I have this on recorded record? If you take your G2 and die in a fiery car accident,
Yes.
can I have your 8-string and the blue one?
As long as it has a padlock on.
The blue and purple one are going with me. You can have the green one.
And the 8-string?
Yeah.
Okay, deal. All right, good luck. Good luck. Have fun.
Also, before I go for my G2, I'm going to send you all the unfinished band material so you can finish it.
Thank you. Yep. Thank you.
Just in case.
So we can ruin it.
No, it's pretty much finished.
What, pull fucking After the Burial and just release garbage after your fucking guitarist dies?
I love that band. I wanted to push back on that statement, but I can't. I haven't
I was going
listened
to say, do I need to fucking send you the whole song or Below the Crown?
No,
Unless it's rare form too.
Yeah, no, I loved
song.
that band so fucking much, and then it just turns out that Justin was the secret sauce in that shit, and now it's like it still sounds good. It just doesn't. Feel
Well,
good.
I sent you the new Within the Ruins. I'm like, Within the Ruins is doing what After Burial should have been doing.
Yeah, it hurts me. At least we still have Within the Ruins.
There you go.
Because I love that band so fucking much.
They're so good.
They are the closest thing to Nintendo Core while still being just brutally heavy.
Yep.
And just like catchy as fuck. Like a lot of those guitar licks just stick in your brain.
Oh god, yeah.
Licks. It's
I
good
remember
definition.
I saw them. Sure, I think it was shortly after Elite came out. I saw them at the St. Catherine Scene Fest.
Mhm.
They were so fucking good. So I've only ever listened to them at that point. I've never.
That was
seen
at
them.
L3, right?
I didn't know they've only ever had one guitarist.
Seriously?
Yeah, I thought it was like
Yeah.
like when you listen to the recorded mediums, there's like 3 or 4 guitar parts going on. Obviously, some of it's like harmonized leads and all that.
Nah,
But
they're like Veil
I was-
motherfuckers.
Yeah, I always had this idea that they were like 2 guitarists with like harmonized backing tracks, kind of like us.
Just one dude.
No, just one dude. Always has been.
All right, Lucas, you're out. We're rebranding.
No, I hate one guitar, especially live. I love the stereo image of 2 guitars. Where'd he go?
He's out. He's gone.
No. No, I mean, I know a lot of bands are
Okay,
doing
Lucas,
it
come back. We do need you.
because it's easier, but man, there's something about the 5-piece 2 guitarist. There's just something so, to me, I feel like it's necessary.
That's fair. I do also like when a band can be super technical and still have one guitar and one bass. Or if you're omnific, just 2 basses. Oh,
Yeah, like you can do
come
like
back.
technical, one guitar, one bass. There's a lot of really, really good death metal like tech death bands that can pull that off. I don't like writing. Like, look at how I write my music. There is a lot of rhythm and lead going on, like two separate things.
Yes.
Right. And to me, there's just something about hearing that distinctly separate thing. Like when harmonized leads, to me, I feel like leads and harmonies are one kind of together. I don't feel cheated when I hear, a guitarist with a harmonized track underneath of him. Because I know he's playing the.
He's done it, yeah.
Exactly.
He did it.
It's when I hear like the whole rhythm section, or like bands like Rings of Saturn that'll play without a bassist, or you know what I mean. And it's just like I can hear what's being played, but you don't see it on stage.
They already have so little.
You know what I mean? But you know what I mean?
Infinite Annihilator.
When you hear something and you don't see it happening on stage, I feel cheated. I do.
Dev, how high is your compressor on your mic turned up?
It's not even on.
Are you hearing that buzz, Lucas?
Am I buzzing?
Oh, okay. Maybe it's just on my end, because fuck it, I've been having all the.
I was gonna say, because I can hear myself. Like I have direct input, so I can hear me.
Yeah, I get a buzzy like every so often. And I think it's from you. It's not.
See, that hurts when I'm talking, and it's my fan.
Do you hear it?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say, because like every now and again I'll touch because. You hear anything?
Yeah, it got buzzy.
Yeah, it's my guitar input.
Okay, unplug that shit.
Oh, I'll stop touching it with my foot.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So
I threw it over there.
As all equipment should be. Just took my dingwall the other day. I'm just like, you know what? I'm done practicing. Pooh, it's in the closet.
Just throws it. It perfectly slides right into a case. Like, boop. It's like those fucking trick shots where people just whip shit behind their back.
Dude, perfect. Ba-doom, ba-doom, bum, bum, ba-dum. Check it.
So stupid. So really funny.
No.
You know what?
Lucas is telling a story, and you need to shut the fuck up.
Time. You're right, Lucas.
Yeah,
go.
You're right. Shut up. So, how was my week?
Have you guys
so
heard about
basically,
that one
really
time
funny story that I'm gonna fucking stab you. I've been playing Blade and Sorcery all day. Okay, I've literally murdered like 3,000 people today. I'm ready to do another one. 2. Anyway,
that was a joke for legal purposes.
Did you just threaten me?
That was a joke for legal purposes.
With love, I'll stab you with my wiener. So basically, me and SB were heading to work, and funny as shit, because she's like, I had the weirdest dream, and I guess it must have been because she was like watching like I think it was your stream before we went to bed, and obviously she like only knows what you guys look and sound like from like this, because we haven't really all hung out or whatever, right? And so in her dream, we ended up all going to a party. It was me and her. We went to a party, and it was at what presumably would have been your house, Ryan, right? And that was the funniest part right there. I'm like, oh, already a fucked up dream. Ryan was having a party at his house.
Party
Fake.
I do have housewarmings once in a blue moon. So I guarantee you, you will be at a housewarming party of mine once in your life.
Or a house
right there. I was like, all right, this story's already bullshit. And then it continued on, and then she's like, yeah, and then we like went to this other place, and then her family was there, and they were all like really sad about something. And she's like, so then we brought them back to the party. I was like, why would you bring a bunch of sad people to a party?
Honestly, they're the people I jive with the most. Thank you for your consideration. Bring them to me. Those are my people.
Well, maybe that's why it was a dream then.
Yeah, bring the sad people to me, because we can sit there and just cry in a circle. It's great.
There you go. There's your calling. But the big news of the week was that I finally got my external. I'm going to pick it up probably tomorrow. I got a 6 terabyte external. So
Amazon?
From Papa.
Okay. I was like, yes, you that comes straight to you. But
so
yeah, that makes sense.
You get like what, 2 more of those so you can fit Call of Duty?
Yeah, fuck.
6 terabyte. Yeah, you're gonna need at least 2 of those. Yeah.
So I'm happy I can actually have games again, though. That'll be fun.
What happened to the rest of your space?
Honestly, it's filled up with, I got like video software. I've got all the VR applications and shit installed right now, and a lot of pointless
You're telling me
shit.
you don't want to just spend $400 on a 1 terabyte NVMe drive?
I've got no more room for shit in mine.
Tell me that you're not going to spend the $500 on the 5 gigaflop VMST
Gigaflop.
It's a gigafart.
Double helix fucking DNA processor.
You want to nerd out a bit, Lucas, about the 3000 series graphics cards coming out in the next month?
Yeah, and how I can't get one.
Why?
Whatever happened to the other 2,999 series?
Well, I mean, I could, but if I get a new card, I want to start building a whole new PC. So, and I just don't have the space to build one right now.
Tell you what, if I get a 3080, I'll sell you my 2080.
Deal.
Okay. Sorry, when I get a 3080, I'll sell you my 2080.
Did you say if?
Yeah, I did say if. I don't know why I said if.
When?
And the best part is, I'm going to start charging you fucks for editing this podcast, so it should pay off the 3080 and like, get back here, you're still in the band.
Well, then we're not doing a podcast, and I'm not paying for shit.
It's all right. I still got back pay. I feel like
if I do this,
40
I don't
something
even have
episodes.
I was gonna say, are you guys paying me for fucking song composition? Fuck you guys.
No, it's your band. I'm a contractor in this band. You have to pay me.
This is your podcast. You said it yourself on the podcast.
Fuck! How dare I take pride in my work? Fuck!
Ha!
Oh yeah, hold up. I actually forgot about the best part of that dream. When they went out front of your house on the sidewalk,
we all fuck.
Ninja was like crying on the sidewalk, and apparently there was like
him.
There was like somehow heroin involved, and then like someone like came and took
my
the drug
dad
and
was
took
there
him and then left. And like no one like blinked an eye. They just let him take him away.
You somehow injected Florida directly into your brain that night.
It was a great what if scenario.
We'd finally have a Hamilton headline that reads Florida Man.
Florida Gator Boy. Fucking stolen with crack.
Jesus. Have you ever had that? I had that night this morning. Not that night this morning. I had that sleep.
Wow.
You ever had that sleep where you go to bed relatively early? Okay, well, not you. I'm talking to Lucas directly now. You go to sleep relatively early, like 3 for me. You wake up normal time around like 9 to 10, but you end up going back to sleep like 6 times and having a series of 6 completely different mini dreams.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking hate it because it's like this morning I went from my normal dream at night, which I'm still not used to. It's weird having dreams again. Normal dream at night to then falling asleep again and having a totally fucked up dream. And then going back to sleep again and having a pretty decent one, then a fucked up one, then another fucked up one. And then at the end, it was just like I'm eating somewhere that I didn't really want to be, but the food is good kind of dream.
Yeah, isn't it the worst when you're having a really good one and then you wake up, you lose it, and you go back to sleep and it's just shit ones and you're fucking just pissed off the whole time?
It happened twice in a row, and I'm sitting here just like, okay, well, I'm glad you ended in the middle ground where I'm like sitting in a Wimpy's diner, and I don't really want to be here with these people, but at least the food is good, so we'll call it a 50% win.
And you're not gaining any fucking weight from it. You don't actually have to pay real money for it. It's the best kind of food. It's the dream food.
I did see $20 taken out of my account. Maybe that wasn't a dream.
Sleepwalking, just buying fucking trash.
Passed out at a Wimpy's.
Yeah, I don't get like the regular night dreams, but like if I wake up, let's say at like 9 in the morning and I go back to sleep for that extra hour, that hour is chock full of just like fucking nonsense. It's just, but like the most vivid dream, and I always remember. You know what I mean? Like I may or may not dream throughout the night because I don't wake up remembering anything. But like that, when you just snooze, that little extra bit, that snooze bit, I'm just like my brain is firing on all cylinders, and I remember all of it. And some of it's really weird. I still remember. Well, okay, I don't want to say my first nightmare. But years and years and years.
It was the day I was born.
I was
the day your dad left.
No, I was probably like 4 years old, and I still remember
that
a nightmare.
That's impressive.
My dad left before that, but
that's sad. You made me sad.
But I still remember like that first nightmare, and the more when I would think about it, like it's such a kid nightmare. So we've all had like our stuffed animal, right? Like our favorite stuffed animal.
Mine's still in the closet.
I had this white teddy bear.
Too many.
Very, very like creatively named Teddy. Right. And I remember I had this dream where I had a habit of falling out of bed when I was younger.
I believe
because this is when I transitioned to the big boy bed. With
so half the times I heard thumping coming from your room at 255.
That was actually me falling out of bed.
Falling out of bed. Okay, cool. It was like half of it was sex. Great.
No, I haven't fallen out of bed since I was like 7 or 6. You know what I mean? But
I'm getting all mine. Fuck you, Lucas.
So this would have been around the time I would have transitioned from like a kid bed to like a bed. So no sides or anything like that.
Yeah.
So maybe it was before. I had to have been 4. So I remember the dream. I fell out of bed in the dream, and I was on the floor by my doorway, like the doorway to my bedroom, and there was my teddy bear, standing at my feet, and then like Five Nights at Freddy's kind of thing. His mouth unhinged, just like jagged triangle teeth, and started like eating my legs, like eating me from like the feet up. And this was the first time I've ever had the dream where you try to scream and all that's coming out is air, and it's just air. So I'm trying to scream for my mom, and all that's coming out is air. My beloved teddy bear is eating my legs and eating my torso. And I woke up and I was on the ground, like actually fell out of bed from that dream. And that one fucked me up. And I'll remember that how many years later? I'm 25. So what, 21 years
21
later?
years. Also, fuck you, Lucas. I'm getting emo.
Is that his name? I got my Toon Link in the other room, but I don't have to get up. Is that?
I have way more if I got up.
Is that one of those seals from like Ardene's or some shit like that?
No, it's
big-eyed seals.
It's an OG Beanie Boy, Beanie Baby. Yeah, TY Inc.
Hey, it's Mimi.
This is now the stuffed animal cat. There you go.
Should I get all of them?
In the other room. I'm not gonna go and get them. But
call him up. I'm gonna sit over here now, buddy. That is my oldest long-lasting stuffed animal. It's been about 20-something years.
Why should you look at me?
I'm really upset that I gave that teddy bear to one of my sisters, and
oh, great! Pass the curse on. Great brother.
I can only assume that teddy bear has been turned into an ashtray at this point.
I took a sip.
Why am I funniest when I'm not joking?
Oh, fuck. That's because it's like everything that you say that could potentially be true but is fucked up.
My life is a comedy.
It's usually if it's fucked up, it's probably true.
Yeah, it's just if it comes out of you and there could be a doubt, there is no doubt. It has happened, and that is what's happened.
If I joke about everything, when I drop some hard shit, I feel like it gets kind of softened up a little bit when people got that like couple seconds where they gotta go, is he joking? Where instead of right away when they're like, oh no, oh sweetheart, like I don't want that, so I just joke about everything, so everyone thinks I'm a little shit.
I've known you long enough that I just bypass it and immediately laugh. So like if it comes out of you, it's true, it has happened, it's kind of sad, but at the same time, this is fucking hilarious.
I mean, what am I gonna do about it though? Huh? Be sad about my teddy bear?
Possibly, you could.
I mean, I could. I mean, I don't see any progress to come out. Do you guys remember like your earliest dreams or nightmares? Or get out of here, Seal! You don't even make good music, Seal.
Hey. Kiss from a Rose is an intergenerational bam.
Jam.
A slam jam. Did you know Kiss from a Rose is actually about going down on a lady?
I'd believe it.
I just made that up now, but it could be true.
Yeah, no, I would. I know, which is why I would believe it, but
it sounds like it. It sounds possible.
Also, Seal, isn't he like super gay? He was married to a supermodel. Google it. Look it up. Find out.
Lucas, is Seal gay? Lucas, you're on Google all last time.
That's fair. Lucas, you're now our Joe Rogan Jamie.
I was gonna say because now my laptop's also my webcam, so my laptop's fucking far as fuck. So
is Seal gay? I feel like he is. I feel like that man is just too pretty to be straight, and that's how just life works now.
Is Seal the Pokemon gay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that one is 100% confirmed. I haven't gotten a single egg out of that thing. Seal's gay. You fucking ditto, I'll get an egg.
Seal
because
spelled with fucking 2 E's. It's spelled with 2 E's, right? The Pokemon?
Yeah, I think so.
SEEL.
Seal.
Easy. It's a Pokemon. It looks like a seal, or we call it Seal, but it's got 2 fuck. I hate the new Pokemon.
Why? It was so good.
No. Like the new generations of Pokemon.
There were some really good ones.
Like I get that all the Pokemon, like people argue that all the Pokemon generations have been lazy. Yes.
Fucking Pidgey, Sparrow,
I know.
Caterpie, Weedle.
At least those are animals. I'm talking about car keys.
No, he had a wife,
bag, lamp,
and had a child.
Oh, I thought he had a wife.
Keys.
Hey, listen, Klefki's awesome. Shut up.
So wait, Seal's not gay?
Not officially. He was married and had kids. I think he divorced in 2014.
Elton John was married.
I was about to say, yeah. Maybe I was mixing up Elton John's story with Seal's.
Gay.
Yeah, maybe it was Elton John I was thinking of story-wise.
Elton John's king gay.
Really,
right.
He is.
He's
the Queen's gay.
It's about cunnilingus.
Elton John's amazing.
Yeah, Elton John is literally the Lord, like the Queen's gay.
Isn't he knighted?
Yeah.
Yep. Sir Elton John.
For being gay?
Just like Sir
I
Ian
don't think
McKellen.
that was the main reason, but maybe the Queen did it for an image issue. Just like, let's knight him just because, like, I love his music, but at the same time, let's just...
It's a PR thing?
Patrick Stewart, was he knighted? Who else is knighted?
Ian McKellen.
Yep, Sir Ian McKellen, yeah.
He's gay, I believe. Him and Patrick. Why are the most wonderful people in the world... Devin, we're now in a relationship. We're gay. We're better people now.
I gave you that opportunity back when I had insurance. I gave you that opportunity to get your teeth done.
I'm not doing it for the teeth. I'm doing it to be a better person now. I am now 100% convinced that gay people are just better people. So we're now gay.
That makes it worse. That
Ringo Starr,
you're only coming out as gay just to make yourself look better.
Not
Daniel
look better.
Day-Lewis.
Be better.
Be better.
I feel like...
Yeah, I knew it. Patrick Stewart.
Yeah. I feel like if you go down on a guy as a guy, you are just a better person by the end of it.
Christopher Lee.
Yeah, but I'm also dumb as fuck. So like,
yeah, exactly. So you can just be you.
Yo, Mick Jagger is fucking knighted. Mick Jagger is knighted.
Wow.
Yeah.
He was
knighted in 2003.
He was 100% the Queen's Coke dealer.
Sir Mick Jagger?
That sounds like a really bad
Really?
Sir Mick Jagger.
Mick Jagger? Why?
Oh, Michael Caine.
Okay, yeah, it's like,
for sure.
Like his contribution to
Sean
like, the
Connery.
musical world, but still.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Something about Mick Jagger.
Well, yes, of course. Of course I've been knighted.
But Bane was knighted?
Yeah, no, worst Sean Connery impression ever.
Sure, Sean Connery.
Sure, Sean Connery. Yeah, it still sounds like Bane. That sucks. Sean Connery no longer exists. It's just Tom Hardy.
It's just Bane.
It's just oh, you think the darkness is your ally? I was born in it, raised by
Bane.
it. By the time I saw the light, I was nearly a man. By then, it was nothing but blinding.
Scotland is just Bane. That's the answer to that question.
Dude, you know how many Bane quotes I could fucking throw at you from Dark Knight Rises?
Question.
And this gives you power over me.
We got our
fucking lies the hand on him. Fucking love that scene. Beautiful fucking work.
No, keep going, Lucas. Keep doing it.
Tom Hardy as Bane was the most disappointing thing, but the best thing at the same time because it was literally not Bane, but it was all the good psychological parts of Bane.
Oh!
Farther, baby.
Okay.
Ryan,
I don't want you to clean that.
Tooth British, right?
My what?
Elton John, obviously, and Paul McCartney.
Yeah, I got some Britney.
Stop going over the list of knights.
Anthony Hopkins.
That one I knew. Yep, Anthony Hopkins.
Ian McKellen.
Exclusive.
Charlie Chaplin.
The British.
No. Not even close.
Is it exclusive to the people of the British colonies?
Why would you
can
ask?
Some from the States be knighted?
Sir Elton John.
Mick
Wait,
Jagger.
no, he's British.
Damn it! I was gonna say, is Elton John not British?
Elton John's. Maybe you do have to be British.
Because my idea is like does Canada still count as a British colony since
Yes,
the
we are
Queen
still.
is still our monarch? We're
I
independent.
guess, yeah,
but we're
Mick
still
Jagger
British.
is, yeah. Yeah, I guess you do, yeah.
Yeah, look it up. You're on the computer. I mean, we're all on
I'm
the computer.
working on it.
Do you have to
Can
be
you see
British
if Canadians
to
can be knighted?
I can get a British passport, so I could be knighted for my great strides in the deathcore world. To which I'm going to say this on the podcast: Pillars of Autumn is no longer tech death or deathcore. We are now Forerunner core.
I did not sign off on that.
I did.
On that note,
I
Pillars
think
of Autumn
I
is Forerunner core.
explicitly said no.
No, we're
Are we ready for our
Forerunner core
answer?
now. Yes.
So sort of notably, non-Brits are only eligible for honorary knighthood, meaning they aren't allowed to add sir or dame to their names. They do, however, get to be applied to the suffix KBE. So essentially yes, but no, and it doesn't happen very often.
So if you're not British, you can still be knighted, but you don't even get the fucking benefits that come.
You
with
just
it.
get entry into knighthood, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, you're the
Dude,
Queen's
that fucking
spy at that
sucks.
point.
That fucking sucks. You can be knighted and you don't even get to call yourself sir. Oh, that blows.
Yeah, but you don't do
Okay.
it for the name.
But
My light
Okay.
is looks flickering.
so when did it say anything about the British Commonwealth though?
I think you have to be a British citizen.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta be from England, like the British, like the Union. So either Irish. No, is Ireland still part of the Union?
Yeah, I guess it's the UK. I
Ireland,
imagine so.
Scotland, Britain, or
It's a
England,
kingdom,
rather.
It makes sense though, because you're the knights or the Queen's knight at that point. So you would have to be a British citizen to be the Queen's knight, because it's not like the Yankees are going to be the Queen's knights.
Is Australia independent? They still fly to Union Jack on their flag. I think
Yeah,
not
they're still
independent, are they?
Australia and Canada are part of the Commonwealth. I think India might still be too.
Canada's independent though. Canada became
Ireland's
independent.
independent.
Ireland's
Canada's
independent.
independent.
Yeah, they're
as
not
well,
part of the
but-
UK.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
independent, but we're still part of the Commonwealth.
We're part of the Commonwealth, but like Australia still flies the Union Jack on their flag, much like we had the Union Jack on our flag until the 70s.
I
Is
just had a great
Australia
idea.
independent?
Guys, I just had a great idea.
What?
Can we get Nick on here, have the same conversation, but like clip it and make a small video that's called Geography with Gutturals?
No.
And just everything that we just said, have Nick do it in like a fucking pig squeal guttural shit.
Can I mention that this is our 1 year of doing the podcast and Nick's not even here?
No one cares. I don't even care. I've been editing this shit for a year. I don't care.
Yeah. We also took a couple months off. So
I took a couple months off.
maybe try this again and try it again in a couple months.
In a couple months, I'll take another couple months off. Season 3, we come back as animated avatars.
I think it's fucked up that we've been doing the podcast for a year, but half of that's been in quarantine.
Oh my! It is. It's almost. Well,
it's been like
August.
Like Canada shut down in March, like March 13th or something, like the second week of March. And now it's the second week of August.
That's been 6 months.
Yeah. And what have we accomplished?
Brought the podcast back.
We got a lot of music coming out.
We do.
Eventually.
We do. And maybe some videos.
Definitely some videos. I mean, I've already made them.
I don't know why you're got some great talent working on some of those videos. Shout out to Scream Media.
Shout out to Dougie Boy for doing drums.
And shout out to Dev for doing everything else. Except the bass. I'm still working on the bass. I like how I have special privileges at this point. Like, I've been in this band long enough to be allowed to do my own thing, but Lucas is still new, so you're just like, no, you're on probation. You can touch a guitar in a studio, like, maybe in 6 months.
Probation.
Well, that was like the same thing with Aki, though. Like, so Lucas and Aki got like the really fucking shitty end of the stick because I, myself, a guitarist, I write our music based off guitar. So like the guitar is like the one thing. It's like the guitar is like the one thing that I'm confident with, where I'm like, like when I'm writing bass, the bass just does what the guitar does, and I'm like, I don't like that.
Tell me, but you also leave me no spaces to do a cool bass thing like I've been asking for the last 2 albums.
I'm doing cool guitar things. What do you want from me?
I want 15 seconds. Can I have 15
Too much. You
seconds?
Get 5.
I even did a really cool, clean thing over one of the new songs, and you're like, nah, it doesn't gel with the guitar, so I'm taking it out.
No, Fuck it didn't gel with the orchestrals. The cello was there.
You
think you're better than a cello?
Cello.
Fuck you.
I think I'm better than a cello.
Is it you cello? You
idiot.
If you hired a cellist to do it, I would absolutely understand. If you didn't go,
yo, you know this means you gotta whip out a cello on stage.
Next release, I'm gonna hire Yo-Yo Ma to do all of the cello.
I'm in. Like, I will take 10 fucking back seats. I will go to another theater to sit backseat to that shit.
Dude,
Yo, after Nick was talking about doing those vocal features for money, I looked at one of those sites where you can do like big pop artists and shit. Yo, some of them aren't that expensive. Imagine if you had just like an intense pop artist on one of the songs.
Can we get like Lana Del Rey on one of her songs?
I can get
Iggy Azalea's on there. Snoop Dogg, Migos.
I can get Carly Jepsen.
Dude, can we get Snoop on a track?
I think it was $40,000 for Snoop.
Oh shit!
Yeah. No, but some of them are like only like $1,000 or $2,000. Like, and it's not actually too bad.
Go back to my original point when it comes to like
Ski Mask.
I am sorry for you, Lucas, but like I'm very confident with the guitar shit that I write. If you do want to write some stuff, let me know. I will make wiggle room.
I will absolutely let you know if I ever want to.
Arguably,
but like shit with bass, I'm not confident with my bass, so I let Ryan.
At that point, like
with drums, I'm the first.
I feel like I need to fit into the puzzle more before I can like confidently write stuff that would sound like similar and progressive to upon what's already going on. You know. So I think once I hit that point, I'd like to do something like that, but not until I feel comfortable and confident in that choice.
Like my big problem is I don't try to be like controlling, but like when I'm writing, no, hear me out. Don't laugh at me yet. Laugh at me later.
I'm laughing because Ryan's laughing. I'm listening. I swear.
It's because like so far, all of the concepts except for the new release, I've come up with. So like my brain already has an idea of the sound and kind of the direction that I would like the music to go. And to give that off to someone else, there's so much more back and forth that needs to be done where I don't like shooting down people's ideas. I will, because at the end of the day, the product, we all need to be happy with it.
And Dev is the only one who does it right.
Sometimes it's just easier if I do it instead of having this whole back and forth. Like, this is the idea that I'm going with. And then, you know, whether it's you or whether it's Joe or it's whoever will write their bit. And I'm like, like, I see what you're doing. It's not bad. It's
the
not
best
bad.
Thing that we have ever written.
What it's doing.
Best thing we have ever written was when you, Aki, and I sat down and finished Postlude.
Postlude?
The three of us sitting there just coming up with the dumbest fucking ideas that turned into the theme song of this podcast, let alone. But yeah, the end of Postlude was just the three of us sitting there fucking around, and I'm going like, I need minor seconds, and I need high bits, and I need low bits, and then Aki just chugs along to something, and Dev's like, fuck, and then he does the high bit.
You're like, can you do Smoke by a Mirror? I'm like, oh, okay. I will say the one thing that I do really like, and I will always try to encourage it, is that the solo sections at the beginning of Postlude, Aki wrote the rhythm for that. Mm-hmm. And it forced me to write my leads totally different than I normally would. Because the rhythm wasn't what I would normally write. Yeah. So like I had to like almost emulate Aki's playing in order to write my own solo. And I love my solo in Postlude. Just because I would have never thought of that solo otherwise. It's a really good solo. I
like the solos in Postlude.
I think they're really good.
Best song, co-written. Everything else is trash.
I wouldn't say best song. I would still say Grandeur Part 2.
Yep. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, baby.
So fucking good.
Back. Yeah, I'm not.
It's so good because it's got everything. It's like, okay, first bass sweeps, boom. You already know you're in for a good song, and it's got like atmospheric orchestral.
Wait, hold on.
It's got,
Can we pause for a second?
Guitar and like it's got a double guitar solo right at the end.
Can we pause for a second? You literally just kicked it off by saying, oh, this one part where it's just the bass playing something really cool makes it a great song. Give me more of that.
Yeah, except I'm the one that wrote that. The moment you start bass sweeping, okay, I went and then fuck you, idiot. I wrote that. Me. And if I had any other way, that would have been also on guitar.
So I put in a rain effect and I look sad. Fuck you, I'm doing it.
Fucking do it.
Sad boy.
Stop it. Is that I let you do your thing and then you send me shit. And I gotta be like, don't be shit. Hello, no! That's too much.
Too much sad. It's too much sad.
Good. Let's end it on that high note. We're at the hour.
Yay.
Episode that many.
Episode eye pain.
No, my eyes burn, dude. They're so dry right now.
Get some fucking sleep.
Oh yeah, it's that easy, huh? Oh yeah, I'll just fucking I'll go down to the fucking sleep store, get myself a fucking jar of sleep. Fuck you.
Get a 6-pack. It'll last longer. It's bulk.
6-pack of sleep. I ain't got a 6-pack anymore. It's gone.
That's the
Got
COVID-15.
fat.
It's not the one you need anyway.
But fucking where do you find us on Facebook and shit and then Instagram?
Pillars of Autumn Official.
Fuck you guys.
Yeah. Wow,
Yep,
actually,
fucking
yeah,
idiots.
Pillars of Autumn Official. And then we're on Spotify and we're on iTunes, we're on Bandcamp and Tidal and Deezer.
Bandcamp, pillarsonofficial.bigcartel.com for merch and CDs. Boys, I'm
Hell
fucking
da.
tired. I don't. Can you guys learn how to do this so I don't have to do it all the time?
I'll get some cue cards so I can just go, and it'll be good.
Hold on.
Ryan, can you do that
Pillars
really shitty
of Autumn.
Ryan, can you do that really shitty Windows Movie Maker like where the the blue background and white font, and then just do like a slideshow of all of our links? And it's
Okay,
gotta be
first
in
of
like
all-
144p.
First of all, you just gave me more work at the worst possible
I could do it,
outcome.
but it would suck.
Yeah, no.
Windows Movie Maker, that shitty blue background with the shitty white font. That's what everyone made lyric videos out of back in 2006.
You know what? I will make an AMV for our shit. All right? Well, I guaranteed. Here it is, right here. Here's the AMV with everywhere you can go to find our shit.
'Cause every time we touch, I get this feeling, and every time we kiss, I swear I could fly. Can't you feel my heart beat fast? I want this to last. Need you by my side.
I can't
we're
wait
back.
for you to not to
End of
do
the episode.
it. I cannot wait for you not to do it, and that's just gonna be no transition. Anyways, bye. Bye.
I'm doing it. Fuck
We
you.
fail.
It's gonna be the best animes.